Hey everyone, it's your girl Sierra. Welcome back to my channel. So I have not been uploading videos at all for the past couple of weeks. So let me explain that first before we get on with this video. I did get a camera for Christmas. I got a lot of things, pretty unexpected things for Christmas, and I was going to do a haul for that, but I ran into some problems. So the reason I haven't been uploading videos is because my computer just completely gave up on me. I'm not really sure. I've been getting all those pop-ups talking about viruses, and I ignored them all. So now a virus or 100 different viruses took over my computer and I can no longer use it. I can't get onto the internet, and it's just really slow. It doesn't let me open my documents, and yeah, so it's basically useless. So I haven't been able to get, my videos recorded and edited and uploaded. So yeah, there's that. But because of that, I feel like I've gotten some time to think about the videos I want to make, and if I really want to make videos, if I just kind of think about the YouTube community, and I've decided that I really like making YouTube videos. And I really like YouTube. It's like everything I know is because of YouTube, really. If there's anything I've ever wanted to learn, anything I've ever wanted, anything I've ever needed to know or just had interest in, it's always been YouTube that has helped me. And I don't know, I just really want to keep doing YouTube videos. And if you are watching this video right now, then that means I have found some way to get the videos edited and uploaded. So the actual video itself is going to be a how-to, or a basic kind of contour and bronze video. So I am a beginner. I've only practiced makeup and kind of done makeup for maybe 6 or 7 months now. So I wouldn't say that I'm a professional or anything like that. But I would say that I have learned quite a bit through other YouTube videos and just from knowledge that I've picked up. So I'm just going to give you everything that I know, tell you what you need, what the things look like. That way you can kind of get an idea, and wrap your head around what to look for when you're, trying to get into the bronzing and contouring stage. You're going to need 3 things. You'll need your bronzer and your contour powder. Okay, so I'm going to say this. I did for a while think that bronzing and contouring were the same thing, and they are not. Bronzing is basically, you take the bronzing powder with your brush and you kind of go around your face, in that kind of pattern, potion. In that sort of pattern, you kind of go around your face here, maybe on your nose a little bit. And the bronzer is going to kind of give that bronzy kind of glow, and it's going to bring the warmth into your face. The contour is actually what sculpts out your face, basically. That's the only way that I can think of to describe the difference between them. So the bronzer will give your face a more warm look and feeling, and the contour is going to kind of shape your cheekbones and shape your nose. The bronzer is just what kind of gives your face color. So if you're really pale, I would say to bronze up and maybe do a little bit of contour. Even if you have a nice olive skin tone, contouring is going to bring you together, and that's basically what the contour does. That's why we do it on our cheekbones, because when you kind of bring it in, it kind of thins you out, really. So yeah, those are the 2 first things that I want to say, kind of tell you the difference between the 2. You need your bronzing powder and the contour powder, and then you need your brush. And then also, if you want, this is optional, you don't have to do it, you can use a piece of cardboard paper, you can use paper, you can use the case of your eyelash your eyelashes, yeah, just any kind of thin paper with a nice crisp end. I'm going to go ahead and talk you through the powders and the brushes. So the bronzing powders are normally something like this right here. This is just a hard candy bronzer, and if you can look very closely, you can see how it's nice and bronzed up, and it's nice and golden. And the bronzer is basically supposed to be that way. It's not an actual matte color. It's, I don't know how else to explain it except bronze, golden goddess. That's what a bronzer is. So if you're looking for a bronzer, find something that has like a shimmer to it, some kind of gold specks in it. That is what a bronzer will be. So you'll just use these around your face, and it'll just give you that like nice bronzed glow, and it just warms up the face basically. And bronzing powders do come in different shades, kind of like a highlighter. There's gold undertones, there's pink undertones, there's like that like kind of like white iridescent undertone. Yeah, so that's typically what a bronzer will be looking like, is that just really like nice shimmery kind of gold specks kind of to it. But it's not like pigmented like a eyeshadow would. So like think of a shimmer shadow. It wouldn't be like that intense. It'll be very much lighter. This is what the contour powder will be like. I have a Wet n Wild one here, and then I also have this Physicians Formula one here. They are both orange undertones, and the contour powder does not have any like shimmer. I'd say that there's just a very slight amount of like a gold undertone in there, like specks, but there's literally nothing. The contour powder is always mostly going to be a matte kind of finish. Do obviously come in different packaging. Like this one is a very like loose powder, and then this one, I prefer these kinds of powders where I can throw my brush in like that. The bronzing powders and the contour powders, that's basically the overview of what they'll be like. You know, the bronzing powder is going to have like that nice bronze kind of shimmer glow to it, and then the contour powder will most likely always be matte. So in the beginning I did say that you're going to need brushes, which is true. So some of the typical contour brushes that you'll find are angled brushes, like these two right here. People like to use these to kind of go like in this sort of pattern. I don't really like using it for myself. I'm not sure. I can't. I'm having trouble with it. But people do use an angled brush just because you're kind of bringing it in, so you want to get that nice angle going. So yeah, people use angled brushes. So you can use an angled brush, or I like to use like a brush like this. It's a nice fluffy brush. You can see. I personally use this brush here, and I just go with this brush, and it blends pretty well. So yeah, so there is a different variety of brushes that you can use to contour your face up. For bronzer, I think typically people like to use a bigger brush, maybe like this right here. If you can see, the bristles are very huge. There's a lot of them. And you can see like it covers quite a bit of the face. And the bronzing powder, you kind of just want to sweep everything along your face. You could even use like a kabuki brush. I don't think that this is common for bronzing powder. I feel like something more like this, where the bristles are just a little bit more kind of free. That's what people use. Holy cow. So generally, for me on a daily basis, I don't bronze up my face. I actually use my contour powder. And that's just because I haven't found a very good bronzer that I like. This Hard Candy bronzer I don't really feel like works very well, but I'm going to show you. So typically, you just put your brush in there. You just take your brush, bronzing powder, swirl it in there. And these are the areas that you're going to take your bronzer on. You're just going to forehead really quickly. Okay, like this. And then you just want to bring it down and around like this. Down this way. And then you can bring it here. And then on the nose. People do contour their noses, but if you don't know that yet, just put a little bit of bronzer and it'll add some color to your face. And it's just because, since you put the bronzer around your face and then you're going to contour and then you leave a spot of nothing, that's why people contour their faces or their noses. Now we're going to move on to the contour. I will show with both brushes, that way you can kind of see the different techniques that you'll use for each brush. So taking that piece of paper or cardboard that I was talking about earlier, I'm going to grab my powder with my brush, just kind of dab it in there, pat some off, that way it's not too loaded. It's always good when you're contouring, definitely start out with a small amount, especially if it's your first time. Small amount, and then you can, as you learn the techniques better, that's when you can kind of add and keep adding and build it up. So taking that paper, I'm going to kind of squeeze my cheeks in And then I'm going to take, you know, that line and kind of find it and line it all up. So another thing is that you don't want to do like way down here. I know you might say like it's gonna go like this, but you want to go a little bit higher than that. And what I'm doing now is I'm just going to go like this. Generally, you don't want to kind of go past the kind of end mark. I would say like right at the beginning of your eye. That's where I try not to pass, kind of, if you guys can see what I mean. I try not to go too far. And then you just kind of brush up. Always brush up, don't brush down. Like I said before, you don't want to do it down here, you want to keep it up here. And when you take off that paper, you will see like you get a nice crisp line. And then from here, that's when you just kind of blend things. You can do circles, but just be cautious not to push the circles down. Push these circles up, okay? Swipe up. And from here, it's just about basic blending, circles, windshield swiper motions. Just keep the product pushed up. So now I will just show you what this looks like using our angled brush here. I'm going to grab some contour powder, paper, okay, so that is my entire video. I hope that you guys do enjoy this video. If this is helpful, please let me know in the comments below. I just really like the idea of kind of giving you the basics on each kind of makeup, you know, concept, like, you know, blush, bronzer, eyeshadows, brows, lips. I kind of want to start that kind of getting going and just upload those. So the last thing I have to say is, I don't know if my videos are going to be as frequent as they were. I did upload Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, but since I'm having this problem with my laptop, I really don't know. I will keep you guys updated, so make sure you guys follow me like on, you know, social media. That way you guys can, you know, get that notification whenever I do upload a video. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.